Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of July 8th. This week, we're going to jump right in here. You have this butterfly card. It says transformation is beautiful. You have this wombat spirit. It says be at home. It is a great time to just be at home and resting, relaxing, recovering. Although I will say, there have been a lot of socializing cards that have come out. So any socializing or having fun with people, I also think would be a good idea, especially if they are relaxing to you. If they are not relaxing to you, then I would be careful of people who cause chaos, of course. But again, if you have good people in your life who, kind of help lift you up and all that other good stuff, then I would say it's also a great week for social opportunity and things like that. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Cups, and the Hermit showing up here. I kind of feel like you are returning to what your heart wants. The Queen of Cups is a very heart-based energy. She really follows her heart and her intuition. And the Wheel of Fortune, I feel, is just saying that, you are returning to something. The wheel spins and it comes back around. So it's like something is coming back to your heart, or something is coming back into your heart, is what I feel. This could be something that you once enjoyed doing in your life, or you could be returning to an old idea and kind of breathing new life into an old idea. And I get that feeling here. The Wheel of Fortune says whatever this is would kind of change your fortunes. So this could be like a business idea, work idea. It could have to do with your hobbies or even your health or something. And I feel whatever it is, again, will change your fortunes, especially since we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups has that big cup there, and I always say that big cup kind of looks like a trophy. It doesn't really look like a cup, and it represents the fact that she really values how she feels about whatever it is she's doing in her life. And then with the Hermit, I feel like the Hermit is saying, it's almost like the Hermit is just saying to me that you're in a new place. If you had an old business idea, it's like maybe you didn't have the money, the resources, or the knowledge on how to make something a success. But the Hermit represents wisdom and gaining wisdom, and I feel that in your reading he's kind of like saying you have gained a lot of wisdom on how to do something, and because of that now you can do it. And that's really all I get from the Hermit, is it's just saying now is the time for you to kind of revisit something that you've thought about doing before in your life, because you've probably have learned enough to be able to do it. In that transformation card is just saying that you have transformed to the right place. Yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune, you have another card, Transformation. Your card, Temperance. So the Temperance card, coming up here, whenever you show up as the major arcana version of yourself, it really puts you in a position of power and strength, allows you to get what you want from the reading. And so I feel that you're coming in a strong position. The Temperance card is about trying to turn one thing into another. So again, I feel whatever you are revisiting with that Wheel of Fortune, you will be transforming it in some way. So let's say it was a business. It's like maybe you've learned a different way to do that business, so now you can do it, and maybe you couldn't in the past. This could also be like love or something else. It's like maybe in the past you just weren't emotionally ready, or maybe you just weren't feeling it with anyone that you were dating or whatever. And I feel that the transformation is just saying that things have changed, and now you are in the right place because you're attracting things that are more in alignment with who you are. And so I really kind of see this first row as you getting something you want. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, pretty much what I said. I knew that these two cards were connected, and whenever this happens in a reading, that is major confirmation for me. When we have the Wheel of Fortune twice, or like I said, I felt like these two cards had some sort of connection at the beginning of the reading. It's almost like saying that following your heart, or embracing that your heart-based energy is what is going to turn the fortunes in your favor. And by the way, the Wheel of Fortune is also your card, Sagittarius. So you are blasting into this reading in a very strong position. We have 3 cards more or less that are all about you, and this really puts you in a position of power and strength and allows you to get what you want from the reading. And you can't make this up. Are you kidding? With the Hermit, you have the Hermit. I knew that this first row was going to be very simple. Whenever we have repeating cards like this, and this almost never happens where we get a bunch of repeating cards in the first row, it really says, it's kind of like confirmation from the universe that you're on the right path, or that you're going in the right direction. So I just see repeating cards as the universe saying I meant what I said. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you actually have 3 cards. You have this Fates card, you have this Come to the Edge card, and this Regeneration card. We're going to start with these 2 first. And the Fates card kind of says that there are fated opportunities coming in for you. The Come to the Edge card is a card of pushing yourself past that point where you would normally give up on something and then going a little bit further. So it says that it also kind of says like you are ready to take that type of step or that risk. We also have the 7 of Wands as your first card in this row. And I kind of feel like this with the 7 of Wands is saying that you are much more ready than you think as far as taking a step is concerned. So if you're thinking about pushing yourself past a boundary or past something that would normally get in your way or prevent you from moving forward, I really see this as you kind of, again, pushing yourself past that point where you would normally give up on something and finding success. I also do feel like there is something that is like faded for you. And I didn't even notice this. You also have the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands is my card that says, what are you waiting for? And it also says that you are much more prepared than you realize. So I feel like taking a leap of faith at this time would be a really good idea. You also have this Regeneration card. Like I said, any resting, relaxing, recovering that you can do at this time, I think would be great for you. I feel you need to recharge your batteries when you can so that you have energy to work on whatever it is that you're about to be working on. You have the 7 of Wands, High Priestess, and 3 of Wands. The 7 of Wands is a card of conviction. It says when you know that you are going to be successful, that's when you'll truly be successful. So it's about really believing that you can be successful at doing something. The 7 of Wands is also a card of like drawing a line in the sand and having boundaries. I do feel that Sagittarius has dealt with the need to put up boundaries with people that you've been dealing with, or it could even be family. So I would keep enforcing your boundaries. You have the High Priestess. Very intuitive time for fire signs. So I think that any intuitive messages that you're receiving or any intuitive downloads that you're getting at this time, I would be paying attention to those things. We even go up here to the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords only has clouds halfway up her body, and the Queen of Swords kind of says that you are seeing things clearly in your life for the first time. So you could be getting a lot of clarity intuitively, and I would trust that intuitive clarity because I do believe that it's trying to guide you towards something stable. The King of Pentacles can represent stability and success. He also represents like abundance as well. He's showing up in the good stuff. And so I feel it's time for you to, pay attention to the answers you're receiving. And I'm talking about like intuitive ones from your dreams, your daydreams, your night dreams, whatever it is you're listening to, because those dreams are guiding you. You have the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands is a card of expansion and growth, and you are definitely in a time of expansion and growth. Jupiter in your opposite sign. Amazing time to focus on bigger, better opportunities. Again, I would be looking for opportunities in your life that push you. I would be looking for opportunities that are just a little bit of a stretch. This could be a job that maybe you have some of the qualifications, but maybe it would be a little bit of a stretch for you to get it. Those are the things I would be going for. Same thing in love. Like, not really a love reading, but if you want love, I would be going for a person that you think would challenge you, but in a good way, that would challenge you to grow, or, would challenge you to pay attention, or, whatever the case may be. And that's what I'd be doing if I were you with this reading. Growth. I think there's a big focus on growth and making sure that you're getting into things that cause growth. With the 7 of Wands, you have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups would be a Knight in Shining Armor, so I do feel that there could be a Knight in Shining Armor coming in for you. I think that if you want love, you're going to have to open up to it with that 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is about having your boundaries up or trying to protect the status quo, trying to protect your life as it is, which is understandable, but again, I think that it would be a good time for you to open up. With the High Priestess, yes, I think you are receiving intuitive downloads, intuitive messages, all those things. The 8 of Wands is a card of communication, but with the High Priestess, this would represent intuitive messages, receiving messages, things like that. So I feel you could be receiving intuitive insights, and I would pay attention to those things. The 8 of Wands is also about quick movement, so I feel like you could be moving very quickly in new directions, and these new directions will make you very successful. Also an amazing card for socializing, so anything, like I said at the beginning of the reading, surrounding yourself with positive people who lift you up is what I would focus on. With the 3 of Wands, you have the Knight of Wands. Moving in a new direction or going on an adventure. 3 of Wands says that you see an opportunity in front of you. He sees these 3 ships right here. that are in front of him, and he needs to get on those ships. The story of the Three of Wands is that he thinks he's looking at the desert, but when he looks closer, he realizes that he's looking at an ocean because there are ships on it. So, on a personal level, it can say that we are looking at an opportunity where we feel like there's no opportunity because there's no opportunity in the desert, but when we look closer, we actually see that there is an opportunity. The Knight of Wands is going on an adventure. My allergies are really bad today, so if you can't tell, I can't really breathe today either, so bear with me. But he's going through the desert, and he is kind of on this adventure. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be getting an opportunity where it doesn't really look like there is much of an opportunity, but there actually is. So that might be a clue. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this turkey. It says metal, strategy, and service. You have this oyster. It says concept, beauty, and resilience. Both animals are animals of abundance as well. So there could be a lot of abundance coming in for you with this energy, I feel. I also feel that you do have resilience. You have the Hermit twice. The Hermit has done something very difficult. The story of the oyster is that the oyster has to go through a little bit of pain to create that pearl that's inside of it. And so I feel that you have turned yourself into a little bit of a pearl or into something that is more valuable. So you've learned a lot through the difficult lessons that you've been through. And I feel the Queen of Swords with the King of Pentacles right next to her, she's looking over to the King of Pentacles, is saying that you see clearly the opportunity that's in front of you. It could be something that you've earned through a difficult period of time. Maybe this could be anything. You could say that you've gotten your degree in college. It could say you've been through something to earn something. And I feel the Queen of Swords is now saying that you are seeing an opportunity where you can use your skills or you can use what you learned, because the King of Pentacles has grapes on his cloak. And the grapes in the tarot represent something that's very difficult to grow or something that requires a lot of time to grow. And so I feel, again, that the King of Pentacles in your reading, I don't really feel like it's a person. It could be, take it how it resonates, but I feel like it's saying that you are about to use a skill that did not come easily to you, and it could be something that brings in a lot of positive attention or a lot of happiness or growth with the Sun. The Sun is the best card in the tarot, so I feel there could be a lot of blessings. This could also say that you're having a little bit of a glow up here. I kind of get that with the oyster, the pearl with the Sun here as well. Really, the Empress is a card of having a glow up, but again, I kind of get some of that glow up energy off of the Sun, the Queen of Swords to the King of Pentacles, and maybe it's not a full glow up, because I feel going this way, the King of Pentacles is saying that you have to display the skill to have the glow up. So for you to, make sure that if you've been learning something or doing something, that you put it out into the world. You have the Two of Swords. We do see a lot of protection here, Seven of Wands. The Two of Swords, she is trying to protect her heart. The Queen of Swords, she has her sword up, but she has her hand out, and she's willing to receive, so she's like cautiously optimistic. And I do feel this reading is encouraging you to open up a little bit to new ideas. Again, with the Come to the Edge card, I feel it's saying push yourself outside of your comfort zone. And that would be like my one criticism. It's not really criticism, but that would be the one thing I would say about this reading. It's saying you need to venture off into places you've never been. Three of Wands. You need to kind of push your boundaries a little bit here. And I feel like that's where you'll discover like the Sun and the King of Pentacles. So let's see what is going on for you here at this time. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Ace of Swords, victory. Big success coming in for you. Ace of Swords also laser-like focus, and the Queen of Swords is very focused. She is very focused on what she wants. She wants financial stability. She wants abundance, whatever the King of Pentacles is for you, and that's exactly what I would focus on. With the Sun, you have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords, sometimes I feel the Sun shines a light on things that we need to pay attention to. So the Sun is like a spotlight. It tries to get our attention on something, and I would pay attention to your attention with the Page of Swords. With the Two of Swords, you have the Queen of Pentacles here. You do. You have the Queen and King of Pentacles. The King and Queen of Pentacles together would be divine counterparts. Again, there is a little bit of love here. So if you want love, there could be like an earth sign or a person with earth in their chart coming in for you. And the King and Queen of Pentacles, they want something permanent. They want a permanent connection, so it could be a really good connection. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have the Soul Tribe card. It says you're attracting your soul tribe who will support you. And we said something about socializing at the beginning of the reading. Again, you have that be at home card, which I think a lot of you maybe want to be at home, which is totally fine. Again, I think it's a great time to recharge your batteries, but I would also make sure you're socializing. You have this animals card. It says unleash and build wealth with your spirit animals. Your spirit animals apparently are the turkey and the oyster. So I think that, read about the turkey and the oyster, because they will help you increase your abundance. It also says reawaken the wild and free spirit that has been asleep for too long. That's what this reading is saying. You need to reawaken that adventurous spirit. Wheel of Fortune twice, Hermit, you've been through something difficult, now you need to go on the adventure. 3 of Wands, Knight of Wands, go on the adventure. 8 of Wands, start moving forward on the adventure. So I feel this is saying you need to reawaken your wild side so that you can find success. And maybe that's really what this reading is saying. You have the King of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands, and the 7 of Swords. The King of Pentacles, I feel, is all about the skills that you've learned through going through Hermit mode, because we have the Hermit twice. The Hermit has gone through something difficult, which I feel like you have gone through something difficult so that you can learn or grow or whatever the case may be. And now it's time to show the world what you have learned so that you can find success, or so that you can be successful. There's like a lot of abundance waiting for you, I feel. And it's like a lot of security as well, the security that you really want. And so I feel the 2 of Swords, 7 of Wands, I feel it's all saying, let your guard down so that you can attract this level of security. And that could mean, taking bigger risks at work or in business or whatever. You have the 4 of Wands. It's like the universe wants you to be free. The 4 of Wands really is the card of freedom. These people, it's a card of completion. It's like a finish line card. You have to cross through this finish line to get to the other side so that you can have a celebration. But it is also the card of freedom. In setting yourself free from something that you've been committed to, it really is just like the next logical step. It says that you're completing a project or an idea or something you've been working on, and now you're going to the next thing. You have the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords and the 2 of Swords right next to each other. They say that there are other ways to do things. A lot of people read the 7 of Swords as lying, cheating, stealing, which it definitely can represent. But really, it's a card of tactics. It's a card of doing things in a different way so that you can be successful. He is stealing those swords from an army in the background, and he's doing that so that those swords don't get used against him in battle. But the thing is that he's going to war, but in a different way. The other thing I want to say is you have this butterfly here, and the 7 of Swords, he's carrying those swords by their tips, and it kind of represents doing something delicately or doing something carefully. And I do feel a lot of you are, but it's almost like, I get this feeling that you're taking things too seriously. So I'm not saying that you have to make a big mess or anything like that, but I feel like you could be more messy in your approach. Like, you don't have to do things, you don't have to be so careful, right? With the King of Pentacles, you have the 4 of Pentacles. Definitely working on your financial security. I feel like you're creating financial security. With the 4 of Wands, you have the Hangman. If you do want love, I feel like you've been waiting a long time to attract a connection into your life. The Hangman, his head is glowing. He has gained enlightenment, and now it's time for him to move forward. It's time for him to set himself free and get out of Hangman mode. So he's been in Hangman mode for too long, and now he needs to start his journey. It's like you've learned everything you can. Hermit really says that twice in your reading. So you've learned everything you can from where you were at. And now it's time to, step off onto the next part of your journey. With the 7 of Swords, you have the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands says you've been on a long journey. You have been carrying these heavy burdens, and now you are about to reach your goal, which is his home back here. Personally, I think the 10 of Wands is a really good card. He is carrying his harvest, and now he is about to put down his harvest, and he's about to have a harvest. So I feel for a lot of you, you're about to get what you want, but you need to kind of like complete the journey so that you can get what you want. You have this Fair Woman card. It says dealings or relationships with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. You have this Broken Wishbone. It says wish will not be granted. Some of you might have a wish with a person who looks like that, and the wish will not be granted. There you go. You have this February card. You have this finger. It says warning you of a problem either now or in the future. I feel like this happened in February. Like something happened where... But I feel like, I almost get the feeling that you went through something at the beginning of the year that made you a little bit nervous to take these risks. And I feel it's safe for you to take bigger risks, especially in work or business, because, that's where all the King of Pentacles is going to be bringing the abundance into your life, is through work or business or through whatever it is that you do. You have this bouquet card. It says compliments from an admirer. We do see a little bit of love here, and I do feel like someone could be interested in you. This could be a person online with the Ace of Swords as well. So if you're interested, or, again, if you're receiving communication from a person, I do feel that you could just be getting flowers, or a person could be telling you they're interested. You have this flowers card. It says happiness on it. If someone is giving you flowers, I feel like you will be very happy. I also feel that this could just be you focusing on your own happiness with the sun. That would be a great thing to do. And the Page of Swords also is great for looking for ways to make yourself more happy, which you could be doing here. You have this rooster. It says, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. I remember what we said about boundaries against people who are already in your life. I would be careful of anyone. If you have people who are arrogant or boastful in your life, keep those boundaries up. But all in all, pretty interesting reading. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.